Chapter 5. Emergency Section and the First Breath. At St. Jude's, they didn't even know the word pregnancy. Miller's journals called it a biomaterial complication. When Bob entered the room with 2 orderlies and a heavy medical gurney, Katie didn't even ask questions. She saw a syringe with a cloudy, yellowish liquid in Bob's hands. "We'll have to terminate the cycle," Miller said evenly, standing in the doorway. "The presence of a fetus distorts biomarker readings. We can't administer shock therapy if estrogen levels are elevated. It violates protocol." "Fuck. You..." Katie tried to push off the wall, but Bob leaned heavily on her, pinning her shoulders to the concrete. "Easy, Stuart," the orderly groaned. "Don't make it difficult." "Don't touch him," Katie howled. It wasn't a human scream, it was the howl of a beast when the blade reaches bone. "Kill me. Do you hear me, Miller? Kill me, you beast. Let him grow. 1 month left. Please." She clung to the doorframe, scraping her nails down to the flesh, leaving long, bloody streaks on the white frame. She fell to her knees, kissing Bob's dusty boots, wheezing, choking on her own saliva, begging for mercy. "Please, he's alive. He just needs a month." The needle entered under her shoulder blade. The pain wasn't gentle, it was icy and sharp. There was no anesthesia in the operating room, only local anesthesia, which numbed the skin but left her mind crystal clear. Katie was strapped to a metal table with wide leather straps. A huge shadowless lamp hung above her, its chrome disc revealing everything: her bare legs, the red sheets, and the calm, measured movements of the scalpel in Miller's hands. Her heart was failing. Her blood pressure was dropping. The monitor behind her head was beeping spasmodically. "We're commencing the extraction," the assistant reported dryly. "The fetus is premature. The projected survival rate is less than 10%. Katie couldn't feel her body. She only felt the last warmth being sucked out of her. It felt like her life was escaping through her cut abdomen, spilling out onto the cold tile. "A girl," the assistant said after an eternity. 1 kilogram, 800 grams, no spontaneous breathing. Katie turned her head. With her last strength, through the gray haze that was already obscuring her vision, she searched for that tiny, wrinkled, bloody lump on the metal tray. She wanted to hear at least one sound, even a squeak. Anything to drown out the damned, eternal white noise of the clinic. Silence overtook her first. Katie Stewart's eyes glazed over, fixated on the bright overhead light. The monitor creaked with a continuous, unbroken line. A second later, a dry, angry, hoarse cry echoed through the sterile silence of the operating room. The girl took a breath. Those born in the dark are not afraid of the lights out. Dr. Miller approached the table, removed his bloody gloves, and tossed them into the waste container. There was neither disappointment nor triumph in his eyes, only cold calculation. St. Jude's clinic had never been a hospital. Miller leaned over the squeaking bundle, took the baby by the tiny wrist, and looked at the tablet screen. "Record the mother's time of death," he said, "and prepare the incubator for subject number 2.